Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. Its name derived from the city's origins. It grew around the dam in the river Amstel. Now let's join the other 20 million visitors who see this colorful city annually by visiting the 15 places to see in the Venice of the North. Number 1. Gassan Diamonds. Amsterdam has been famous for its diamonds for more than 425 years, and Gassan Diamonds is an important part of that history. Established in 1945, just after the end of the Second World War by Samuel Gassan, as a business specializing in the import and export of raw and cut diamonds. Today, the business is located in a monumental building on Uhlenberg Island in the center of the city, where they give tours of the history and crafting of these precious jewels. Number 2. Rembrandt House Museum. The museum tells the story of the multifaceted Rembrandt. He is known above all as an artist, the maker of dozens of self-portraits, intriguing cronies, compelling history paintings, and convincing portraits. But Rembrandt was much more than that, a talented painter, etcher, and draftsman. In the museum, you will encounter Rembrandt, the man, the teacher, the collector, the entrepreneur, and the Amsterdammer. Number 3. Rijksmuseum and Park. A Dutch national museum dedicated to the arts and history in Amsterdam. The collection is presented in a stunning building with amazing interior design. In 80 galleries, 8,000 objects tells the story of 800 years of Dutch art and history, from the Middle Ages to Mondrian. The museum park is surrounded by 3 major museums, and the pond in the middle can be transformed into an ice skating ring during the winter. The space is also used for mass events such as festivals, celebrations, and demonstrations. Number 4. Van Gogh Museum. The museum houses the largest collection of artworks by Vincent van Gogh in the world. The permanent collection includes over 200 paintings by him, 500 drawings, and more than 750 letters. The museum also presents exhibitions on various subjects from 19th century art history. Number 5. Amsterdam Canals. Amsterdam's concentric canal system is among the most iconic landmarks in the world. This tiered system of waterways takes up over 100 kilometers of space and is among the largest construction of its kind ever built and was added to the UNESCO list on 2010. One should never leave Amsterdam without taking a trip in the city's canals while admiring more than 1,500 monuments around the canal rings. Number 6. Anne Frank House. This museum is the house of the Jewish wartime diarist Anne Frank. During World War II, Anne Frank hid from the Nazi persecution with her family and 4 other people in the hidden rooms of this rare 17th century canal house. She did not survive the war, but her wartime diary was published in 1947. The museum was opened in 1960. It preserves the hiding place, has a permanent exhibition on the life and times of Anne Frank, and has an exhibition space about all forms of persecution and discrimination. It is very difficult to purchase a ticket. At least buy a ticket 1 month ahead of your trip. Number 7. Amsterdam Tulip Museum. The museum is dedicated to the surprising and flamboyant history of the tulip. Varied interactive exhibits by local artists trace the famous flower's journey from its origin in the wild highlands of the Himalayas to its arrival at the lavish court of the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman to its popularity in the Netherlands, the Tulip Mania, and the home gardens of today. Number 8. Amsterdam Cheese Museum. Dutch cheese has more than 600 years long tradition, and this small museum has been organized dedicated exclusively to Dutch cheese. On the ground floor, you can taste the different varieties of cheese. Then on the basement is a little museum where you can find various educational information about the history and the production of Dutch cheese. Number 9. The New Church. Built around 1400 due to the shortage of churches in the city. Remarkably, it managed to escape the two great fires of 1421 and 1452. Although 2 centuries later, it was reduced to ashes when plumbers accidentally started the fire. The church, however, has been faithfully restored to its former glory, exhibiting the original early Renaissance style features. Number 10. Royal Palace of Amsterdam. Originally built as the city hall for the magistrates of the city. Then in 1806, the Batavian Republic was forced to accept Louis Napoleon as the King of Holland. In 1808, he made the city hall his palace. Today, the Royal Palace on the Dam is one of the 3 palaces which the state has placed at the king's disposal. The palace has been open to the public for most part of the year, except for Mondays and royal events. Number 11. National Monument. On the south side of the square stands the controversially phallic National Memorial Statue, built in the memory of the Dutch soldiers and members of the resistance who died during World War II. Unveiled in 1956, the monument stores soil from all of the Netherlands provinces as well as from the Dutch East Indies. Number 12. Cannabis Museum. The museum's goal is to educate the world about cannabis while dispelling the myths and propaganda that have surrounded it for the last century. Spanning across 3 floors, an intimate tour through the museum's many interactive exhibitions, hoping the visitors will leave the museum with a deeper understanding of the plant and all of its benefits. Number 13. Red Light Secrets. The world's first and only prostitution museum, an intriguing place that takes you inside the world that most of us have only dreamed of. A famous brothel where the infamous prostitute Chinese Annie was murdered, a crime that remains unsolved to this day. Visit the rooms, read the personal stories of prostitutes, and learn all about the secrets of the world's oldest profession. Number 14. St. Nicholas Church. In 1850, the Catholics regained the right to build churches for their religious services. The current church was built in 1863. The sailor's patron saint was restored to his medieval prominence. His new church was built on an open harbor as a beacon to incoming ships. Number 15. Amsterdam Central Station. It is the real heart of the city. Central not only by the name, but also as the biggest public transport transfer spot, serving not only visitors to Amsterdam, but also city inhabitants. Every day, 250,000 people go through the central station. So that's it for my top sites to see in the city of Amsterdam. If you have any suggestions or anything to add on the list, feel free to comment below. Until next time, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Bye! So guys, if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to comment.
Hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell. Come on guys, hit the bell.
For notifications.
And don't forget to share.